All right. Anuj, feel free to start.
Right. Thank you so much, Goran. So yeah, as Goran told me, told all of you that I'm a content lead, senior lead content experience for AEM Assets in Adobe. And so it's been a while. I've been at Adobe as well as in this tech documentation industry. It's been 18 years I've spent in the industry, and I've been in Adobe for the last 8 years. I started working with AEM Forms for the first 4 years, and then moved over to AEM Assets. And I've been really very passionate about how we actually do docs, right? And how can we do things differently to make sure that we get valuable customer feedback. And that's the reason for this session, right? Wherein we get live customer feedback for AEM Assets docs. And even though, docs continue to play a pivotal role with the product, people often underestimate docs, right? But at the end of it, uh, I speak to Adobe TAMs, Adobe CSMs. There's so much that is there and available in our docs that can lead. I hope I'm audible, right? Right, Guran?
Yeah, all good. Thanks.
Okay. So I was saying that there are so many customer issues that are being resolved and documented well in AEM Assets Docs or maybe any other Adobe product as well, but it's often not seen. So it is very important that our customers actually know where the information lies and where to look into, right? What docs do I look into? How do I find them? And there are some great innovations that we have been doing for the last few years. uh, I wanted to share, top some top innovations that we have done so that you are aware and make use of those. And that also includes some one or two innovations that AEM recently introduced that caters to doc innovations as well. So let's get started. I'll start sharing my screen so that I can go to the deck. Give me a moment. So I'll share just this tab for now. So the screen will go on and off. If I want to switch to a different screen, I'll stop sharing and go to a different tab altogether. So there might be a one or maybe 5-10 seconds when I switch to a different tab. Uh, right. So, and that is why if everyone is okay, I'm just going to stick to this view. I hope it is pretty much visible to all. So I would like to give a quick introduction, the agenda planned for the next 40 minutes. The number one is our AIM Assets Docs landing page, as the title of the event says, but we are going to cover more than that, as I told you. So we're going to give problem statement. Why exactly did we look into creating that page? What problem it solves for the customers? We're going to have a live demo of how to navigate through the page. And you're also going to see some analytics, Adobe Analytics data on how things have been since the launch. Uh, then, as the story moves forward, I will exactly tell you how exactly can you contribute to its success as well, right? Because we as partners can always, combine and collaborate well on achieving stuff. So, how can you contribute to an experience lake page? How can you report issues on it? How can you create PRs on it? How can you provide us feedback if something is good, if something is not? I know that many of our customers already know it because we get those reports, we get those feedback, but I'm sure that there will be people who are not. So I just want to cover it as an opportunity to speak to my customers, which is a rare thing to do. So I'll use this opportunity to go ahead and explain that. I'll take a I'll give a quick demo on AEM AI Assistant and how it refers to the product knowledge that is being hooked to it, right? So you can actually ask AEM AI Assistant to dig down certain concepts that are hidden somewhere in AEM Assets or AEM Sites or AEM Forms docs. So it again serves the purpose, right? You get those answers there and then within the assistant. Um, we launched new features, as I told you, in product help, in product video, within the new UI or the assets view. So there are different names, but yes, so it is available wherein there's a help, there's a video. I'll quickly show how you can exactly uh, you know um, reach to a particular video, reach to docs from within the UI, and then I'll just quickly go over the AEM assets documentation structure. So it makes it really easy for you to navigate through the content. So yeah, that's about the agenda. I'm keeping a quick check on the time. We're 10 minutes into this session. Let's start. Uh, so the first slide, which is unifying the AEM asset stocks experience. Uh, you know, so this slide also caters to the problem statement as well, right? So everything was scattered. The problem that we identified using customer surveys as well, that there's so many concepts within assets, right? And it's a vast product. It has so many capabilities. For example, assets view, admin view. Assets view is a new UI. Admin view is the old UI or the touch UI, as many customers also call it. There's content hub. There was brand portal, and it still is, right. Brand portal and content hub, and then dynamic media with open API, which was launched, I think, 2 years back. Then we have desktop app, asset link. There's so many concepts within our AIM assets experience. So to bring it all on one page was the challenge, and how to cater to this so that there's not too much scrolling within the page. The page is not too long, too heavy. So that was the problem which we started solving, and we actually catered to a journey, right? Journey kind of experience wherein it starts with an asset ingestion, wherein you have your assets available at a source, right? It can be Dropbox, it can be any other data source, and how will you bring your assets to AEM assets? There can be different ways possible, right? And then once your assets are there, we introduced, this is the talk of the hour. How what are the AI powered features like, right? And what exactly has been introduced? And so asset discovery. Once you have those assets in, how what can you do actually discover those assets? Uh, you know that metadata management, search plays an important role there. Once you have everything in place, how do you exactly go ahead and manage those assets? There are so many asset management tasks, such as creating collections, content credentials, notifications, and so on, right? And then AIM Assets collaborates really well with so many applications. It collaborates with Adobe applications or non-Adobe applications. There are different concepts such as asset selector as well within assets. So we'll have a look there. And then the most important, asset activation, which includes the content hub, dynamic media with open API capabilities. And then once you're done with everything, right, the assets insights come into picture, wherein you can actually see how your content is being used, right? What asset to generate asset reports, how many downloads, how many uploads, things like that. So the page also caters to this kind of a journey, which is an AEM assets journey rather than the doc journey. So we aligned with the product journey and created that page. So that's about the landing page. I'll stop sharing quickly and go to the experience that you will have once you actually navigate to that page. And I'm going to start from a Google search, right? How exactly are you going to get to that page? Uh, so I'll start sharing for that particular window, which is a Google Google tab as of now. Uh, just give me a moment. So I've shared my tab. So I just typed in assets as a cloud service guide, and the top result in SEO is always introducing assets as a cloud service for digital asset management. So this is how you're going to get to the page, right? So this is the journey, which is the most important thing because most of our customers do not know where to start from. So once you click on it, you reach the page that I've been referring to. So and the basic themes that I just introduced you to. There was a slide that talked about asset ingestion, discovery, governance, integrations, activations, and assets insights. And so we have different tabs available here for each of those, right? Asset ingestion, AI powered, and so you see all these basic categories are covered as different, and how it solves the purpose because there's so many features within AEM Assets. There is we give an introduction. We give what Adobe Asset Link is, right, which is the prime question, and what is desktop app, right? So this gets answered here only. However, we have links to those documentation pages right there at the bottom, right? If you ingest your assets using bulk import tool, you get to the documentation page by clicking this link. You get to the desktop app by clicking on the article. Same goes for Adobe Asset Link. So AI powers features which most of you will be interested in. I'm sure what innovation we are bringing using AI to AEM assets. So we have documented whatever is available right now, and I know we launched some AEM agents recently, so we are going to cover that one as well soon on this page. But these are the capabilities that we already have, right? Smart tags, color-based tags, AI-generated metadata, which has been a great success. It was launched recently. AI-powered bulk rename, contextual search, generate assets using Adobe Firefly, integration with Adobe Express, smart imaging, smart crop, video captions, and if you see links to doc pages along with that. So if you really count, I've already taken you to 12 different documentation pages from this page. So that's how it is. It is kind of a hub to our entire documentation suite, right? So same goes for asset discovery, how to manage metadata, metadata management, add smart tag, search assets, search best practices. Same goes for asset governance. Again, those links, you see 6 of those again available within this tab. This is a big one, which is integration with Adobe and non-Adobe applications. And you see asset selector here, which is a game changer, right? So you can integrate any third-party app with AEM assets using asset selector. So we take you to the docs for that. How exactly would you integrate it and then start using it? Same goes for dynamic media with Open API, and we go deeper into dynamic media with Open API capabilities there. And then you have native integration with Adobe applications as well. So everything that you need to know about integrations with Adobe applications like Workfront, Figma, Express, Creative Cloud, AJO, Commerce, right? And then EDS, how to integrate AEM Assets, doc-based authoring, and how to integrate AEM Assets with UE. So, and again, the other links, right? And then same goes for asset activation. There's a separate accordion we have for Content Hub, dynamic media with Open API. You click Content Hub, and we have different articles available which would guide you. And we have listed the top ones here, but once you reach there, you'll be able to see the rest of those as well. You have dynamic media, which is the Scene 7 dynamic media. I'm sure there are customers who are using it. And then we have the new time media with open API capabilities, which is a new launch, right? And links to those articles as well. So all in all, we have around 40-45 links from this one article, covering the entire AEM assets journey. And if that is not enough, we also have different offerings that we have, right? Like Assets Ultimate and Assets Prime offerings were launched recently. So we give article links to those articles as well. In addition, the most wanted question is admin view and assets view. So we have given definitions, admin view, touch UI, whatever you call it, or the old UI, or the assets view, or the new UI, or the React UI, whatever you call it, you have it there, right? So and you can just click those links and know you can click the introduction to assets view, get to know more about the assets view. We'll come to it more when we discuss the structure of the entire documentation suite later. Uh, so yeah, that's about the landing page story that I wanted to share. I'm still I'm still I've stopped sharing and go back and go to the rest of the agenda. Although yeah, I have to keep sharing this slide, but yeah, that's the need of the hour right now, wherein I'll share specific slides. And if I share my screen again and go to the slide, uh, so we were here, I'll go back to it, which is how to report issues and help improve the content quality of the page, right? So as I told you, this works like magic, right? There are thumbs up and thumbs down page available on each Experience League page, not just the assets ones, but the entire AIM forms, sites, assets. And once you choose one of these, you can actually provide subjective and text-based feedback in this text box. This is disabled as of now, but once you click thumbs up or thumbs down, this becomes enabled, and then you can click submit after submitting your feedback. In addition, there's a report an issue link and suggest an edit link as well here. So as I told you, report an issue means that I'll just give a quick demo on this as well, so that you know what to do, right? I know that things are done theoretically very different from how things are achieved in the real life scenario. I'll quickly go to the demo again for this one, sharing again. What So let's go to that page again, which I was sharing earlier. So as you see, there is this window at the bottom here. So you can do a thumbs up, thumbs down, you click it, you can provide contextual feedback here for this particular page. But these two options are really magical, right? When you just click it, and it takes you. I know that I've shared just this tab, and as soon as I click it, it will open a new tab wherein it will give you a link of the issue that you want to describe using the issue description field, and the exact file name or the MD file, right, which is the source for this HTML file. And similarly, you can create a PR to actually make edits to the page, or the recommend edits to the page, right? So that's how uh, things work when it comes to providing feedback for specific AEM assets pages, or the entire experience league pages for that matter. I'll quickly switch over again and go back to our slide once again to move to our next topic, which I can demonstrate. So the next one um, is the one that has been recently launched with AEM, right? Which is the AEM AI Assistant, wherein documentation is just not restricted uh, to to SEO, right? Wherein you do a Google search and search for a page and then navigate to the page. We want our customers to use AI Assistant, um, wherein you actually ask for queries there on the AEM user interface, and it automatically digs through the entire product documentation and gives you relevant results there and then. It works like magic, right? So as you see, there's a question there. You get AI assistant response there and then just below your query. There are related suggestions, just like ChatGPT, right? So you get related suggestions and how it can help you more around a specific topic. You can actually go to sources and then go to your next query. If you do not want to go with any of the related suggestions, uh, you can absolutely enter anything that you want to ask us, right? And we'll dig through the docs again. uh, I'll go to this demo now, wherein how exactly you can query AI assistant and get things to work. Right. So give me a moment wherein when I go to our AI assistant. So I'll quickly share my screen again and go to the AI assistant page. So as I can see, I'm sharing. So the question that you saw in the slide, right? What is Content Hub? I'm going to demonstrate some other questions, right? Live. So you're on this page, so it gives you related suggestions. How can I configure the Content Hub user interface? So this is a configuration page for Content Hub. So you get to see the response from AI Assistant from that page primarily. And so if I ask, for example, how do I upload assets to content? I don't want to challenge it with a casing issue here. So how do I upload assets to Content Hub? Uh, it will actually look for content. It will actually say searching product documentation uh, in the rationale. So and then it will give a response, right? And it tells you exactly very crisp steps on how to do it, right? So uh, so this was related to Content Hub. Similarly, they, I have seen customers interested in Assets View. You do not need to switch any context or go to any other articles. You can just ask what is Assets View in AEM, and just give that uh, query, and it will search again with different agents being introduced. There are agents as well that AI assistant queries in a similar way. So it gives you uh, what exactly is Assets View, which was covered in our landing page as well that I showed you earlier, right? Similarly, you can ask, how do I upload assets in Assets View? So there can be different questions, right? So you can just play around. It can be great for learning something new, right? Just in an interactive way. The way we have been using these AI tools these days, I do that every day these days when I have different questions in my mind. I love to learn using this experience where I'll build on to my knowledge. So it actually tells you how do I upload. If I ask how do I approve assets using assets view, which is a question that we real time, we receive this question real time from so many customers. And rather than looking into many articles, here are the crisp instructions that would give a pretty good idea on how are we approving assets using assets view, which is a prereq for content hub and dynamic media with open API capabilities for those assets to appear there, right? So that's how you do it. And so there can be, so I just wanted to give a quick demo using these 4 or 5 questions, but you can always explore more, right? So that was the live demo around our AEM assistant, AEM AI assistant. I'll go back to our main screen and share screen once again. Go to my PPT to move to the next demo, or the demo topic, right? In product help, in product videos within AEM Assets UI. So that's a cool feature, right? I'll just demo it. I know in product help, everybody is aware of these days, right? Where that's a contextual help. You're within the AEM Assets UI. You want to know more about a feature. You actually uh, click as the slide says, right? You click the link, but there's an in product help, in product video link as well, that gives you an embedded video experience within the new UI, or the assets view, as many people refer to it. Uh, so yeah, let me just take you to that demo now, wherein we'll see how exactly we can do that. Oh, stop sharing. I'm sorry, I have to switch because my entire window wasn't being shared due to a technical challenge wherein I have to switch in between uh, tabs. So I'll go back, share screen for that, wherein I show the assets view to you. Uh, Give me a moment. Right, so we'll see bulk import here. Just shared my screen again. So you see this bulk imports within assets view. Excuse me, a bad throat. So once you click this information icon here, right, which is being instrumented, and we monitor how many customers are actually using this, because I know that discoverability can be issue here because it's an info icon with a lot of knowledge inside it. As soon as you click it, it gives you a brief introduction about the feature. And we have implemented it for so many features here, right? For example, taxonomy management, metadata forms, collections, notifications. So it gives you a gist of what this feature is all about. And then once you click this link, it takes you to that specific tab, wherein you can actually see the documentation for this feature to help you contextually, right? You don't have to do a Google search to get to the page. uh, in addition, that's where I think most of our customers do not know that we have this watch video link, right? Within that, I know that there might be a volume, video volume as well, and I'll quickly switch it off just not to distract you guys. So it actually tells you how to use the feature. I've switched off the volume for you, but it's actually running parallelly to the application, and you can switch it to full screen. You can come back. They have different controls here, right? Which are you can download the video as well from here. You can increase the playback speed, but the real magic is this picture in picture. Now close the actual window, and because it actually gives you the flexibility that you want, right? So you can actually move the window according to where you wish it to be, where the non-function part is. You can play around with the screen size. You can move it around. You can pause it at any time, play it again. And so I'll just increase, the screen a little bit here, switch to a different, and pause it, and, you know, click create import here, click somewhere else and click create import here. And you see, although the video is a bit outdated when we do not have OneDrive in the video, you're actually on the same screen as the video, right? So, and it actually is telling you how to get things to work. So you can do it parallelly. So you can start to enter values here on this screen, and so the video acts like a live person giving a demo to you at that very moment. So this is a capability that we want more adoption on, right? So that we can create more videos around it. And as I told you, we are instrumenting this, but that is something that can be a game changer for our customers, as well as anybody who wants to get help while not going to the specific docs, and someone who wants to learn using videos. Right. So this was it for in product video. I'll go back to this to our slides, and I'll stop sharing first of all and see where where exactly we are with our session. I think I covered most of the demos, but the most important thing is still I like to show you one more thing before we go. How exactly we actually monitor these, right? So um so the slides thing is done. I'll share my screen once again to show you how actually we monitor your involvement. Uh, right. So let me start sharing again. And if I go to this screen, this is our Adobe Analytics report, right? Wherein we actually monitor what are our top articles, where are we getting, are we getting AI traffic, are people accessing it using ChatGPT or other tools, or Google, or a similar browser still is the main source for our docs. So you see this landing page on the third position, right? Already 5,000 views since launch. So we actually monitor all the views, and I know that unique visits is not there, but we also see how many unique visitors we had for each of our documentation pages. So we pull out reports every month to see what actually fared well, what did not, and act upon it to increase the adoption uh, of a particular feature. Uh, so that's how we have been monitoring the data traffic that we have. Sorry for stopping the sharing again. I have to go back and share once again. As I promised, I'll show you how exactly to access the docs. What is the right way to access the docs through our left nav, right? If you're comfortable using it through Google, that's a great thing to have, right? But we have, and I've received this from so many customers. The customer service that we have, we talk to CSNs, we talk to TANs, right? And people do not know this structure, right? So there are admins that must be in this call. There must be admins or practitioners that use AEM assets. But what are those articles that they are targeting, right? For example, share and distribute assets. So all those are related or documented here. So for admins, we have a specific section wherein you can go and see how exactly and what are the articles that could be of great help to them. And similarly, content fragments is a separate topic altogether, but the areas that I covered within the landing page, right? For example, dynamic media. Dynamic media has a bunch of articles, right? There's a huge list here that we have kept it flat for now. But if we get good feedback from you, right, we can always change that. So that's the potential of meetings like these, right? Wherein you get to give live feedback, and we can improve it, right? So I'm actually looking for great feedback from you, and you must have realized by now how passionate I am for these dogs, being in the industry for 18 years now. So similarly, there's assets view content. There was a query from one of our customers, right, who wanted to see wherein we have this assets view or new UI content. So all of it lies here. So all those new features, right? Content credentials to AI generated metadata to bulk import assets, various assets management tasks. How would you use Adobe Express to integrate with it? Uh, how to publish asset stream in dynamic media, UI extensibility, which is a great feature that we launched last year. The documentation for all of that, my workspace, right? All of that lies here within this wrapper. Similarly, for Content Hub, all those articles like ABAC and approve assets, config UI, uh, how to edit images using Adobe Express. I think FAQs for Content Hub that are specific to Content Hub, an overview page for Content Hub. So you can just click on it, go to that page, right? Similarly, we introduce best practices for search, for metadata management, and then we have different integrations in place as well, right? For Figma, Adobe Workfront, Express. We have kept it loud for now so that customers can notice it, but it can go into an integrations wrapper altogether. But that all depends on your feedback, right? So uh, and that is why I've just mentioned twice about feedback, because that is what I'm here for, to collect feedback, and then I'm going to spend good days on it, on how to derive actionable insights to make really good improvements in our docs. Uh, so that's about this structure. I've stopped sharing as of now, but now comes the most important part, wherein I want your involvement, right? Wherein there is a feedback, not the feedback form, or there's a quick survey that we have, and it's a 2 to 3 minute survey. So Goran is going to share that link with all of you. Goran, do we want to do it here within the meeting? I think it will solve the service for solve the purpose for our customers as well, right? Wherein they can get it done during the meeting.
Yes, Anuj, I will share it shortly in the general chat.
Thank you so much. So yeah, I will stop after 45 minutes of speaking, and let you guys do the magic, and look forward to your great feedback here.
All right, it is posted in the general chat.
Thank you so much, Goran. So request you guys. So there is one NPS wherein we want to know how accurate and complete and discoverable our docs are. And then there is a quick question um, on because we want to know whether you're accessing documentation using Google or AI tools. And then there's a open-ended question, which is the magical question, wherein you can just type in anything and give me feedback around AEM Assets docs, and what would you like to improve in those docs. I like Robert's comment here. So, yeah, I'm just going through the chat as well while you fill it.
Yeah, so Anuj, we have two questions in the Q&A tab. Do you want me to read them out now?
Absolutely. I think that's the time we've covered it all that we
All
wanted to
right.
cover.
Okay, great. Thanks. All right, the first one is, can the AI feature be disabled? Please share how to disable the feature.
If they mean AI generated metadata, I think it can be, and there is documentation available for that. But yeah, I'll need to make sure that you're talking to AI generated metadata that we recently launched.
I think,
So mhm.
I'm sorry, I think David meant, oh, you were looking at the second question, I guess. So David was talking about the AI feature within the documentation page, I guess. Can
uh,
the AI feature be disabled? Please share how to disable the feature.
I don't think
Or
what is
maybe
that?
I'm wrong. I'm wrong.
I think it must be AI generated metadata from my AEM Assets experience. So I don't think we have an AI feature. AI assistant, if they want to disable AI assistant. So there's just one AI feature that I talked about. I think that should be done as well. I think that is not out of the box as well. I think they need to sign in and do some permissioning before they get to AI assistant. And I would suggest to contact support or maybe Adobe representative to get it done if they want the AI assistant to be disabled. But for AI generated metadata, I think we can. There is a specific section in the docs that could take care of it. I'll send the link in the contextual thread to disable it.
I might have confused something because the second question is, does AI generated metadata work if assets are ingested via the native connector?
Via the native connector. I think so. From what I know, but I'd still contact the product manager, who's a good friend of mine. So I'll still contact the product manager to get answer to it because I don't want to give false information here. But from what, because I documented this, so any asset that reaches AEM assets, so I think AI generated metadata, once it's enabled, and things like Gen AI rider, that must be signed before it is enabled. Once it is enabled, I think it should be available. The AI generated metadata should be available to for use. But again, I'll confirm it over the contextual thread. I do not want it to be false. So I want to hear it from the product manager of the feature and give you the correct response. From what I know, yes, it will be done.
Thanks, Anuj. We have another question. Can you please go over the Creative Cloud settings under the new Assets UI, please? How is that used?
Uh, you mean integration with Creative Cloud wrapper, right? In the documentation. Okay. So I'll quickly try to go over that screen. So I hope this is what was being asked over chat, wherein there's an integration with Creative Cloud and there's link to the specific article within that. And so it actually tells you how exactly would you so it's done through the new UI. How exactly would you navigate to the settings and then the Creative Cloud section, and what all do you need to actually create a link. So it displays all organizations that you have access to. You need to select the org with the active Creative Cloud entitlements. So that's an important thing. You need to have an active Creative Cloud entitlement, and then you need to switch orgs to switch to the new organization. There are some limitations as well, but yeah, pretty short documentation on that. But yeah, there are some prereqs as well, right? With such as admin rights to experience manager assets. It is not available for practitioners, and as I told earlier, right, active entitlement to Creative Cloud for the same user ID across that is used across Creative Cloud and Experience Manager. So this documentation is reviewed by PMs, by engineering before it goes live. There's a specific process that we follow. But yes, as I'm not a technical expert on AEM assets. I rely on product management and engineering for a great amount of inputs. But once I have it documented, I actually run through the steps myself before documenting it. So I most of the time I expect to be right, it to be right, because I ran it and it was successful at that time. But you know how things change, and you know how documentation can become obsolete, and that is why the feedback is so important, right? And these options available here, detailed feedback options, when you can actually point out an issue on the page if you're not satisfied with the content. And we're looking forward to this, right? That's how there are hundreds of articles here. So the more we get to know, the more resources will be there aligned to fixing these bugs that came from customers. So nothing is more important to us than this. So if you do not find this content relevant, useful, accurate, you can just raise your voice and you reach me, right? You know my face. I wanted to enable this camera so that you know where it is being handled, so that you can raise your queries there. I hope I know I'm talking a lot, but yes, I hope I answered the query.
Thank you, Anuj. Speaking of feedback, I would like to ask you to complete the rating poll or the ending poll for this webinar, so we get some feedback on this session as well. I added it to the general chat, so please complete that so we get some information on that. And you'll also be able to post requests for future sessions. You can request topics, um, write in there what you're missing or what you would like to hear about in future sessions, and that will help us as well. Okay, we don't have any questions left. So we'll post a Q&A also into this contextual thread 1 or 2 days post the session. But if there are no additional questions, we will slowly close this webinar. But we're giving you another moment. Maybe another question pops up.
So, overview page, right? So I can I can share it on the same chat, right, Garan?
Uh, y- yes, but it was already shared
Okay,
below
okay, okay, great. I'm just reading through, so
by Gagandeep.
okay, that sounds good.
Okay, so there doesn't seem to be any more questions. So yeah, I would like to thank you for joining and thank you for your attention. Thanks, Anuj, for your presentation and for the demo. Um, and I wish everyone a very great end of this year and a good start into the next year already. And happy to see you again or hear you again or read you again next year then for a future AM Jam session. Thank you very much and have a great day or evening. Bye bye.
Thank, thank you, guys. Goodbye.